Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of this season of Performance Check, Tragedy and Triumph in the Shattered Isles. I am your dungeon master, the Paladin Bell. You can find me over at the Paladin Bell YouTube channel and here on Performance Check on usually every other Saturday. It's been a little while since we last played, but I'm glad to see everyone back here again, and I'm excited to play this evening. Yeah, thank you everybody for watching, and we're going to go over to the table where all of my wonderful players are. All right, and now we're over here, and I gotta unmute you guys. Hello, everybody. Now the stream can hear you. Welcome, everybody.
Hi. I'm
Hello.
Rose. I was eating.
I understand. But yeah, welcome. We are once again back here at the table. I'm excited to once again play with all of you. And yeah, how is everyone this evening?
Good.
Doing good.
I'm doing well.
Fantastic. Alrighty. So, we're gonna go ahead and let everybody introduce themselves and their characters. We're gonna go right to left. So, Venny, you're gonna go first.
Okay. Hello. My name is Benny Lara. Tonight I'll be playing as Catalina. My pronouns are she, they. And you can find me on Twitch, Twitter, Blue Sky, and pretty much everywhere as Benny Lara.
Awesome. Up next is Celeste.
Hello. My name is Celeste, otherwise Softy Sage, otherwise Sage the Softypus. I ran the last campaign here on Performance Check, that being the Empire of Blood. And today, I am playing... Oh gosh, what's my... Helena Kushiel. She is a Blood Rager Slayer Azamar, born to a cult dedicated to a god of not punishment, of martyrdom. And she's noticed a really weird trend, which is they seem to be everywhere she's going, and it has her weirdly on edge. Brioche, do not bark. Sorry, that's my dog.
That's all right. Abby, you are up next.
So Abby has stepped away.
Okay.
She is paying for our internet bill, so we
totally
don't lose
understand.
internet.
I totally understand. So then, Jess, you're next.
Cracking up. Hi, I'm just avoiding call me other work, but he, him, or its pronouns. I call me other work. Tonight I'm playing Salil or Thea. Pelletier. It's been a day. I'm just a regular human war priest. What else?
Fantastic.
I'm very normal, and nothing about me is familiar in any way, shape, or form.
Absolutely. Huffy, are you able to do your introduction, or would you like me to do it?
That depends. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes. You're a little muffled, but I can hear you.
Okay. Let's see. Did that help?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay. I'm sorry that it's only a little bit every time.
It's
I
okay.
am Miss Huffy. I'll be playing Lorelei de Cobalt today. We usually her pronouns. You can find me on Twitch over the session Huffy. I'm sorry.
And you're all right. And patreon.com/Miss Huffy. But yeah. And then our final player is Abby, or Poppy. Poppy does DMs the other Performance Check campaign that is currently going, our Curse of Strahd, the Darkest Fairy campaign. And Poppy is playing... 2 seconds, and I will get the actual character.
Ina Tav.
Yep, Ina Talviel. The Eladrin Paladin Mesmerist. Alrighty. So, who would like to try and give us a recap of last session for a hero point?
I don't remember anything.
Yeah, it's been
besides a mention proposal.
Yeah. That...
like a marriage contract.
Yeah.
Sorry, I made it sound like it was proposal. It was from somebody, not.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got enough.
So I can do it. So last session, you guys saved the queen first and foremost. You were able to kind of save all of that that town, the town specifically being Honeywood, from a rather underpowered lich. He was given lichdom, thus he was not as powerful as say a regular lich would be. So he was able to, you were able to destroy his at the time corporeal form in rather short order, save the town of Honeywood, and make it back to Caranimos, where you reunited the queen with the king, and they had their own reunion. It was kind of a lot of downtime last session, and you were asked by the king, your entire group was asked by the king to go forth within the world and find allies and people to help you all to essentially storm the Council of Ten's main headquarters at Fowler's Keep. Through the couple of weeks we had off, I kind of had you guys vote on where you were going to go, and the majority of the people that did voted to go to Radlow Keep, which is another one of the little small cities throughout the entirety of the Highlands, which is the area above the Forest of Illusion. So that is kind of where you all had decided to go. And what we're going to do is we're going to pan in to the group, to each of you before you leave, and kind of get an idea of what you're doing the day before. And then we'll kind of pan over to the group leaving and heading to Radlow Keep. And like because you have an airship, travel's not going to be very hard. You do, because they did let you keep your tiny little basically dirigible with a sailboat on the bottom of it airship. So to start us off, we're going to go over to Catalina. Venny, what do you think, kind of the day, it's been a couple of days since you returned from Honeywood. What do you think Catalina got up to in those couple of days?
Probably the usual, just information gathering, maybe getting information on any sort of issues with nobility or anyone on the higher social strata.
Okay.
Just the usual she does. Maybe learn a new language.
Okay.
Probably.
Yeah, no, you absolutely could have. So you could have done one or the other. You could either have learned a new language or done your spying, but you cannot do both. There wasn't that much time.
Then just the spying.
Okay.
The new language was like me thinking that she sought more information and some of it was behind a language barrier.
Yeah, that totally makes sense.
So she could be starting on that.
Yeah, absolutely. The most common language that is spoken in this city, aside from the ones you already know, I don't know if you know Draconic, but it would be Draconic.
She does.
Okay.
Actually, let me just send it on the chat on the Roll20. Those are her languages.
Yeah, then she speaks pretty much all of the languages that are spoken in this city.
Then probably would like have an issue with like a obscure language that is not as spoken.
Yeah.
And is barely starting to like.
Probably Celestial would be the one that
exactly.
Yeah. It would probably be Celestial would be the one that you'd want to look into next. But yeah, so yeah. she can do that. Do roll me knowledge nobility, I think is the knowledge skill you
we have as for information gathering, I believe in terms of people, I believe we have knowledge local and knowledge nobility.
Yeah, so you specifically are spying on the nobles. So I would need knowledge nobility, please.
All right, let me check if I have anything that gives me conditional bonus or something, which I don't think I have anything for that.
I don't think so either.
Maybe one of my social talents, but I don't think. So, yeah, no. My only social talents are renown and safe house.
Okay.
I lost many guises, which helps, but only when I'm actively like hiding and disguising. So just a straight roll.
Yep.
27.
Okay, so a lot of the nobility recently, in the past couple of days, where you've been back in the city, have been. There's a lot of whispers of like people not really trusting the guard anymore because a lot of them kind of heard the proclamation of, oh, the queen's dead, and now the queen's back. The only real trust that they have and faith that the crown will protect them is within the Praetorian Guard, because the Praetorian Guard brought the queen back.
Okay.
The Praetorian Guard being the like personal guard of the Thane, who a lot of them patrol the city now comparatively to like the standard like Kingsguard, which are usually the ones who patrol. But you've been seeing a lot more of the Praetorians kind of just in the city, and you do work with two Praetorians, one of which being the leader of the Praetorian Guard. So a lot of the like whispers amongst the nobles are like, well, are the Praetorian Guard going to let us get away with the things we've been getting away with the the King's Guard? Are they going to be as easy to I heard they're not as easy to bribe. You're getting a lot of like concerned nobles about like how their lifestyles are going to change under this essentially changing of the guard. And they're not happy about it.
In that case, I have a slight suggestion for the Thane. To maybe consider giving the Praetorian Guard, making the city guard work under the Praetorian Guard.
Oh, he's already done that. That's why the change of the guard is happening. Because he doesn't trust any of the original city guard. That's his main thing is, oh, well, this just it's confirmation bias. Yeah. He's like, oh, I already didn't trust these people. Then one of them lied and said the queen was dead, and then my guards, my personal guard that I hired, brought the queen back. No, these people are definitely not trustworthy, and I have confirmed my own suspicions.
In that case, maybe disbanding and then expanding. Well, disbanding the city guard and then expanding the Praetorian Guard to have a new branch that is essentially the city guard, but under the Praetorian Guard exclusively. Like, no connections to the past city guard and everything.
So we can actually roleplay that out if you would like, because you are trusted within the palace. So you are able to approach the Thane in like full earnesty, and as you do, like you pass through the King's Guard, who are the normal people who patrol, because the king tends to send out like official King's Guard to help relegate cities.
Really quick.
Yeah.
We have the City Guard, the King's Guard, and the Praetorian Guard, right?
No, it is the King's Guard and the Praetorian Guard. The King's Guard go all over the kingdom and patrol all of the cities. So normally the guard duties are put under the King's Guard, but the Thane does not trust the King's Guard right now. Trusts the king, but not the King's Guard, because they're easily bribed.
Okay, in that case, it's going to change some things that I was going to roleplay.
That's okay. As long as you still want to do it, you're more than welcome to. Upon entering the Thane's chamber, I will ask, Sel, is Anna with the Thane?
Because Anna knows that she will eventually have to leave and go on the grand quest to save the world. She is bound at the hip with the Thane, making arrangements and like interviewing other guards to help the Thane figure out which ones will be his personal guard after she leaves, and like vetting out other guards, like other Praetorians,
Yeah.
and is like stitched to the hip with the Thane until it's time to leave.
Fantastic. So as you're doing this, you and the Thane are going over paperwork in the main throne room. He's very obviously uncomfortable sitting in the big chair, but he has to because they're there's official business. One of your party members, Catalina, enters the room. Catalina and kind of Enna. The scene that you guys see is the Thane with this like stack of paperwork taller than he is, because he's not a very tall boy. He's like 4'5". And he's sitting there with a stack of paper higher than he is, and he's like signing these documents about new Praetorian guards and kind of ways to get the King's Guard out of the city. And as you enter, Catalina, you see kind of the Thane look up and go, and look up to Enna and go, "Isn't this one of your companions?"
Yes, this is Catalina.
Fan-
And I'll like wave her and she can be trusted.
Fantastic. How can I help you?
Hi. Catalina looks around to see if there's anyone else.
No. When he's
okay.
dealing with this shit, it's literally, if people linger too long, he will look up at
Yeah.
Enna and make her shoo them away.
Yeah, just the Thane, Enna, and me in the room.
That's all that's in the room
Okay.
right now. He doesn't really need much else, in his opinion, because he and Enna can usually handle things together.
Yeah. In that case, Catalina's just going to be fully open about the information about the things she's going to say. My Thane. I've been listening in on the talks and whispers amongst the higher echelon of society, and there's a lot of hushed talk about how the change from the King's Guard to the Praetorian Guard is going to not let them get away with so much, and not being able to essentially buy their favor.
That is a good thing, is it not?
Yes, it is a good thing, but also it's going to come with difficulties with the rest of the nobility in Caranimos. So I come with a suggestion.
Mm-hmm. Please. Enna says you can be trusted, so speak your mind.
So I'm aware that the king relegates some of the King's Guard to every single city.
Yes.
Now, you do not trust them, I do not trust them. So my suggestion is, expand the Praetorian Guard to have a new branch that is exclusive to protect for the city's protection and keeping of the peace and law. Not necessarily to protect you or other nobility who hire them, but exclusively for the law and peace of the city.
So far,
Essentially,
I don't mean to interrupt, but so far they are just my personal guard. I have been considering that. I was going to broach it with my commander here, and he'll kind of gesture to Enna, and he'll look up to Enna and go, "Do you think your friend's suggestion has merit?"
I do not believe that the King's Guard are incompetent, as the people would say, but they did allow a very significant piece of misinformation to reach our ears and the ears of the king.
Hmm. And if what Catalina says is true, the Kingsguard have been, you said, bought?
Well, not so much as bought, and more so easily, people easily curry favor with them via monetary or otherwise or other means.
I see.
They accept bribes, is
Yes,
essentially what you're
that's-
saying.
Yes.
Yeah, but
Okay.
I'm not saying bribes because there could possibly be other things going on other than bribes. So I'm just
Well,
a general term.
yes. I can't have favoritism in the guard. Not in this city. Not as much as has gone on. I think you are correct. I think that, especially with what happened with the Queen, my aunts both need people that they can trust. I have sent the woman who was protecting me while you were away with the king when she returned to the Bastion. So that the queen would have someone to defend her that I trusted. I believe that you are correct. I don't think that all of the Kingsguard are incompetent, as you say, Anna, but I do believe that it is time Caer Animos took a cue from the Duchy of Roum and built at least a militia out of the citizens. I think not from the nobility either. I think that the nobility, especially being the Council of 10, are known to be in positions of nobility. I think from the lower districts of the city would be, in my opinion, better for allowing those to protect themselves.
Well, there is a way you could justify the nobility being part of this new force by simply making it so that they cannot exert any of their usual influence and favors and power and monetary and political power as long as they are in any way associated with this new force.
My problem is I don't think they're going to willingly give that up.
I mean, you give them the option, they don't take it, their problem.
While that is an understandable proposal, I don't trust the nobility enough to allow them that position of power.
Very well.
I will have some of my Praetorians scout the market districts and the residential borough wards and from the lower districts of the city, and see if we can build forth a militia of the people to help police themselves during this time where I cannot trust the Kingsguard. I will have to come up with an official title for that, though, won't I?
Catalina just
paperwork.
nods.
More paperwork. Fantastic. He'll like rub his eyes. He's very clearly very tired.
Constables.
I believe it would be a
Hear
boon.
me, by the way.
Yes, I can. Thank you. I believe it would be a boon for us to speak with the other Praetorians on this matter, but I will have to do that after we have vetted personal guard for myself. I need an honor guard that I know I can trust before you folks leave.
Another thing.
Yes.
Since the trust in the nobility
Mhm.
isn't assured, so to speak.
It's zero. I don't trust them at all.
Exactly. Precisely. I would also recommend maybe and she pantomimes air quotes, an unofficial information gathering force who
A
only
spy
responds
network.
to you, essentially, but not only tasked with information gathering, but also misinformation dissemination to make it more difficult for plots against you or the king.
He will nod,
arise.
and then you'll hear him call out like a bird call.
Mm,
It sounds like it sounds like that of a nightingale, and you'll see
Yeah.
4 women in blue robes drop from the ceiling.
yeah. The moment Catalina heard the whistle, she was like, "Okay, he already has one. Never mind."
And she just goes, "These are the night." He just goes, "These are the nightingales. They are a spy network lent to me by one of my aunts.
Mm,
I don't know if you know of the immortal Calypso, but they work for her.
mm.
She's not.
Good to
We're
know.
not blood related, but I call her Auntie Calypso because she visits from time to time. They are my spy network. They work well, and I know at least one of your company works for a similar organization, according to them."
Mm. Well, I'm glad I was beat to the punch on this one.
No, that is perfectly understandable. It is not normal for nobility to have a spy network recently, especially when it's not the king.
Yeah.
So I understand your concern for it. But I needed people I could turn to when, kind of gesture up at Anna when I did not have my Praetorian with me.
Understandable.
However,
Yeah.
if you wouldn't mind, and he will kind of gesture you over to the desk.
She
Instead
walks
of
forward.
instead of an unofficial capacity, and he will slide forward a pin that he had commissioned.
Mhm.
And it is a cardinal. I'm
Mhm.
starting my own, so that I don't have to rely on my aunt's nightingales. Would you be the first cardinal of my spy network?
Now, Catalina is both hesitant but also very intrigued at this prospect. Namely because she's very used to working solo and not under someone.
Yeah.
But also, this is essentially an opportunity to expand her operations.
Yes. He's basically making you the leader of a small organization of spies.
Yeah.
And an official one at that.
Yeah, exactly. Which, if she takes, and actually, she already has an idea. Okay, in character.
Mm-hmm.
I accept. However, I will not wear the pin in my civilian attire.
Understandable.
Mostly to keep my civilian life and professional life separate.
That is
But also,
that is perfectly understandable. Most of our, and he'll kind of gesture to the
Mhm.
4 ladies. You'll notice they are wearing bird masks, like their
Yeah.
faces are obscured.
but also, if I were to wear the pin in my civilian persona, so to speak, all credibility I have in civilian life would be gone, essentially.
Yes, that is
So-
that would be difficult to maintain the life of a spy if everyone knew you were a spy.
Precisely.
Yes.
Just wanting to make that as clear as possible, since some nobles don't get that.
Yes, God. Some gods help them, but some nobles don't understand subtlety or what's the word I'm looking for here? Tact.
Yeah. But yes, I accept your offer.
Thank you. What I will ask you to do is the next time you are in the city or while you are out recruiting for my aunt's army, if you want to recruit people to our spy network that you believe you can trust, I leave that to you.
Very well.
And he will look up at Enna and go, and you're positive this one can be trusted? Like, because he gave you this position because Enna vouched for you?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, Ina definitely nods in approval at the notion of all this.
And he'll nod and go, Enna, dismiss the Nightingales. We won't be needing them anymore.
It would be my pleasure.
Yeah, there are the four ladies will like look to Enna and then will just nod and leave because they don't want the smoke.
None of them are aware of the fact that Enna hits maybe 10% of her attack
Yeah,
rolls.
no, they don't. They just see big, tall, scary lady and go, yeah, no, we're not built for that bullshit. We're built to gather information, not hand-to-hand combat. Bye.
Yeah. Catalina fully understands.
Yeah. So, the four will leave, and the Thane will go. Lady, what? How do I say your last name? He's gesturing to Catalina.
Vitali.
Lady Vitali, my thanks for being willing to do this, and also take this, and he'll slip you a piece of paper, and it's basically a voucher for the tailor to get a set of gear commissioned in the colors of that he wants, which are the colors of Care Animos, which are a deep crimson and black.
Perfect.
And then
Rakdos.
and then a cardinal mask for you to wear when you are working in an official capacity.
Okay, there we go. Yeah. She.
And he'll kind of pat you on the shoulder and go, "Welcome to the Cardinals."
Thank you very much, my thing.
And he'll like nod and bow and go back to his paperwork.
Catalina will just hide essentially
Yeah.
the pin in
Just,
her bag.
Yeah, just stashing the pin.
Yeah, and the paper she's just going to actually, is it in a
It's in an envelope. It's
okay,
it's
perfect.
easily stashed.
Then she's just going to exit holding it, and if anyone asks, it's a custom order the Thane made for her.
Yeah, exactly. He did not realize that you are the Royal Tailor.
Yeah.
You've been working as the Royal Tailor for like months. He's just too tired to register that.
Yeah, he doesn't need to know until like she comes by like, oh, by the way, that outfit you commissioned, it's going to be ready in a couple days.
Yeah,
Don't worry about it.
He does not register that you are the Royal Tailor. He's just like, wait. And he just he's back doing his paperwork, back vetting like more Praetorians, and he'll kind of look up at Enna and go, "How many guards do you think I'll need while you're away?"
Can you repeat that again? I'm sorry.
He'll like look up at Anna and basically go, "How many guards do you think I will need while you're away?"
Do I know what the average population of Karanamos is?
Yeah, there's about 1,000 people ish in the city.
Ooh, so not terribly many.
Yeah, no. So a lot of people left the city after like the weird memory shit started happening. Like when people started to forget like that there was, a royal family.
Yeah, forgetting about the Thane's brother and
yeah, stuff like that, and people started leaving en masse. Used to be this was 5,000 to 6,000 per like district. Now it's like 2,000 to 3,000 total people.
Gotcha. So, and I will say, unfortunately, we have quite a few less people to be watching over and protecting nowadays.
Yes,
I
that's-
imagine, as far as a civil militia is concerned, I think first and foremost, I would make it a volunteer program.
Yes, that was. I was weighing whether we should conscript or volunteer.
I think volunteer feels
yes,
best.
It feels
Especially
like people
because-
like it more.
It would not be, to my understanding, a formal police what's the word I'm looking for? Institution. It would be more of the people looking out for each other and looking out for threats to the city.
Yes, that's more what I want. That seems like I could trust those people more. That's also why I
Yes.
didn't want I don't want the nobility anywhere near it.
It is the hand of the wealthy that corrupts the streets of the poor.
Yes, and I don't want that hand to push my people down.
Not at all. Which is why we are giving the people the power.
Exactly.
But I think, in terms of goal numbers, looking for volunteers, at least for the infancy of this project, we shouldn't need more than a couple dozen, I think.
I think that's a good idea. You know that old abandoned fighters guild in the guild ward? I believe that's
Yes,
where we
I've-
should. I believe that's where we should start. I think we
Get
should,
it remade into a barracks?
Yes, I think that would be a good idea. I think we could probably get the rest of the Praetorians to help with that while you prepare to leave. Do you know if your kobold friend was able to repair her ship? It's a little faster than the ship you were given from Honeywood. If not, you can always take that one.
To be quite honest, I do not know offhand. I think between all of my compatriots, I have the least communication with Lorelei at times, but I am happy to inquire.
If you wouldn't mind, go and see to that. If I know you have been attached at my hip since you got here, but
I want to make sure everything is ready
I
before fate calls.
yes, I appreciate that.
Of course.
But I also know that you have your own business to attend. You do not have to worry about me as much as you used to, I promise.
Forgive me if, with recent discoveries, it's not a calming prospect.
No, I understand. With everything that's been going on with the Council of the fucking morons that are trying to kill all of us, and with the Queen and everything you have discovered, it's not a fun time here in Karanamos, that's for sure. But I believe that if we were to shore up our defenses, and he'll kind of reach down and hand you a letter, and if this letter is to be believed, we may not be alone in our striving to move away from the King's Guard. And when if you take the letter and open it, it's a letter from the Duke of Room, which basically says, "Hello, dear Thane. I hope this letter finds you in good health. I have it on good authority that the King's Guard are working actively to disrupt the realm. I have banished them from my lands, and I implore you do the same." And then it is signed just the Duke, because that's how the Duke of Room always signs his stuff, unless it is impersonal.
Gotcha.
What the douche.
Oh, God.
You know,
Now you can hear my dumb little jokes because I'm audible guy.
Yeah.
forgive the cliched sentiment, but it makes one long for the simpler times.
Goodness knows I agree.
But things, jeez, Bria, shit. Things beyond us are moving at quite the pace. We have to meet them in stride.
I can agree with that. I think when you return from, because I would like you to return when you have finished your business in each city, just so I can have a report from you through a letter.
I plan to.
But when you return, I believe one thing that I would like to do, and he slides a paper over, and it's an official capacity. He is planning basically a return party for you guys. I would like to have a feast and a ball and something simple and happy for when you all return. Just a moment of brevity in all of the brewing storm that is to come. I believe it could be good for morale.
I am much inclined to agree.
I'm glad you do so, because often I am quick to jump to these things because I miss when all of my responsibilities were just dance and look pretty at parties. Anyway, if you wouldn't mind inquiring with Lorelei, I would greatly appreciate it. I am going to continue dealing with this mountain of paperwork I have made for myself.
I wish you the best of luck with that. Though I know much about it thanks to you, I could not handle the bureaucracy side of things.
Yes, as I could not handle the dealings of going out and solving the world's problems. I am struggling to deal with the problems of one city, let alone several.
Yes, neither of our problems are simple, are they?
No, they are not. But at least we have each other to help solve them. Best
At
sibling
least we have
a
that.
man could ask for.
I'm happy you think so, little brother.
He'll smile at that and go on. Also, if you could, I have a order that was supposed to be picked up at the Royal Tailor. I don't know. When I went to pick it up, the tailor wasn't there. It was while you folks were in Honeywood. I don't know where the tailor is, but he'll kind of look around to see if anybody's looking. There's a dress that I would really like to try on, to make sure it fits. If you wouldn't mind picking that up for me.
Gladly. Is it still, brother?
Yes, it is. I just really
Okay.
like the way they look.
Of course. No shame. I'm just curious.
Yeah, no. He's still egg. But yeah, he just smiles and will kind of shoo you off as he finishes his paperwork. We're gonna pan over to Ina and Soliel. What are you guys doing?
That's a good question.
Do we dig up more dirt on your family?
We could.
Yeah, you
So what we're
absolutely
doing?
can.
Depends where we're getting it from, I guess.
Yeah. I imagine that's like main priority, and then Ina's just doing typical like I don't want to say guard shit, but probably, and using the excuse of, oh, I'm exercising.
Yeah, exactly.
Practicing.
You're
I was over on the bench.
Ina, you can in the regular guard shit sense, if you want, you can beat up nobles that are trying to bribe the king's guard.
See, that's what I was saying. I kept checking. I was just like, yeah, they try to bribe Ina and be like, oh, honey, I deal with favors. Decks them in the face.
Yeah, exactly. 100%, and that is within your like the king or the fucking the Thane was like, no, keep doing that. I keep getting reports you keep punching the nobles in the mouth. Do that more. I will give you more money if you do this. For every noble punched, I will give you a gold piece.
God,
Ah. Interesting.
it does raise a very interesting question of what are they fucking bribing Ina for?
It's the just look the other way while I do this illegal thing. Nah, hit him in the mouth.
Okay.
It's
It's like, one, I don't deal with your mortal laws. I'm above your laws, so I do what I want.
I do what I want.
yeah,
Saron Swanson paperwork that says I do what I want.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's a permit.
It's the permit that says I do what I want. But yeah,
Yeah, because
no
I imagine if it's just like off the cuff, like they're walking around shopping or something like that, and she sees someone do some kind of shady business, she's like, "All right, so you stay here, you buy as much as you want. I'm gonna go deal with the problem real quick."
yeah, and
so
then
you
it's
look
just
pretty.
returning home to Gold sitting there waiting for you because that's just how the Thane has set it up.
Yeah.
But if you guys want to dig up more dirt on your family or kind of their dealings, for Soliel, that is a knowledge nobility roll.
Okay.
Oh, am I good at these?
You both can roll it. Yeah.
Oh, I have a sexy +2 to this check.
Fantastic.
An 11.
An 11. Okay.
Ah, I
Looking.
did better than the princess.
Yep.
That's all that matters.
Yep. Because you have a
I think
plus
it's
0
the it's
to
the
that.
it's the concept, I think, of like it's her parents she's looking into and it doesn't feel good.
Yeah, exactly. So with an 11, you would know that they have that they went to a couple of places trying to kind of garner like troops and kind of people to like fight with them. One specific incident that people kind of are like the rumor mill is going around is they went to Larimer Keep and almost were just killed outright because the Lady of Larimer Keep is a vampire. She doesn't like other nobles and does not deal with their mortal bullshit. She lives in her eternal little winter forest where if anyone comes up there that she doesn't like, she sends werewolves after them.
Uh-huh.
Respect
And-
the hustle.
Yeah, and so that's one of the things that they've, that they one incident that they, that is like almost confirmed. They're like, hey, these people almost died because they went and fucked with the vampire lady. And then there was kind of rumor that they were seen in Hell's Reach, which is a city kind of ruled specifically by demons that were left on the prime material plane when the immortal of basically the Hells was destroyed by the other immortals. And there were, like, part of his demon army was left in Hell's Reach, and they were last seen there before being seen in Falhurst Keep. And that's kind of the dirt you're able to get on with an 11, essentially. Just
What they worry
they're
about.
dealing with demons, and they almost got killed by a vampire.
Damn snapping figures. So close.
Yeah, I
so
feel like
far.
Ina is just like, I respect your family sometimes, but maybe they should stick with getting help, air quotes, with mortals of their station, and not deal with, other
I mean,
planar creatures.
yeah. Yeah. I hate to agree with you. Yeah.
Well, they're making deals with demons
That's great.
instead of, my family, who is like a little bit to the east.
Though I don't
of
think
your
family
hometown?
wants it.
I don't think they would. They'd be like, we already have a deal with you. Goodbye.
Yeah, I think if they even showed up, your family would be like, "Why are you here? Go away."
Go talk to Ina. Yeah, talk to me. There's a hand punching in the open fist, or like open palm. Fist
Yeah.
punching in the open palm. Like, yeah, talk to me.
I don't feel like. Correct me if I'm wrong. That doesn't feel like much would be happening. It feels like it'd be very. How do you say physical?
When I hear like when it comes to like when I imagine Soliel's like voice, to me in
Uh-huh.
my head it's always French.
Yeah. Fret. Yeah, I don't think you're wrong. I don't think you're wrong. I think you're pretty on the nose there.
I'm just saying, your mother won't. It's mostly your father that my aggression is towards.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I
Yeah,
can't-
see,
can't even-
yes. Yeah.
I can't even say anything. I mean, do you want to hear that? You're right. I think so. Let's like runs a hand on her face. This is stupid and bad and awful worse than bad, actually.
I want to give them the benefit of the doubt that maybe they did this for a stupid reason and then it blew out of like control. Like how someone who thinks they're in control of everything starts a plan and then it gets out of their control and then other people take over it.
Uh-huh.
Like maybe they're just figureheads and they're easy to pin because there's, no offense, arrogant mortals.
Mm-hmm. They have the audacity, if nothing else.
Yes, and maybe that's their whole. They started it, but it's gotten out of control, and they probably are not aware of what they have created.
I mean, that would be.
That'd be the best
Yeah.
situation. Your parents were just idiots, and something blew out of control, out of
that would be
their
the best
power,
case.
and they're. Hopefully they can plead stupidity, or they don't understand what's going on, and then
I mean,
people
if
will be
this-
less inclined to,
I mean, they pissed off enough people though, which I fear is not fantastic for their reputation, even if
Yeah, if anything, if they get caught and they are slapped on the wrist, they're just going to lose their titles.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that will humble them. You
Yeah.
will lose your titles too. Do you
I mean,
care?
I mean, I ran away before I got like properly coronated, so I don't think the loss of a title would be
Okay.
too.
This is me checking in on you. Because a lot of people are saying kill your parents.
It doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good. Like, I understand where it's coming from. I understand the sentiment. But like, they're still my parents at the end of the day, and like, it doesn't feel good when everyone's like, "Yeah, your parents suck. Your parents are gonna like," and like, you know, like I understand. I have the brain power to realize, yeah, they're doing some really fucking shit. Part of me really wants to believe it's the best case where it wasn't started with malicious intent, just kind of blew up in their face. And kind of, I think, considering the fact that it could not be that, or you know, this has been the intended effect all along, it's kind of something I'm still struggling to
Doesn't feel good, yes.
deal with. Yeah,
Yeah.
so it's not feeling great, if I'm being honest, but I can understand where it's coming from, even if it feels really bad to hear from everybody and their brother. I think she's kind of like not like the anxious way of not meeting eyes at this point, and sort of talking herself in a circle. Yeah, so I'll probably be fine at some point, but I don't know. This combined with them, like, I don't know, still, I don't know if they're still looking for me. I'm assuming they are, but at some point they're probably going to, I don't know, get worse than they already are.
Yeah,
which is,
maybe. It
from what I
doesn't
hear.
help that everyone we talk to is like, don't worry, we'll bodyguard the princess for you. And it's like, that's my whole entire deal. That's why I'm here. I
That's your, like,
can
whole job.
handle it's my whole job. I can handle protecting you very well.
You're
But
very
do-
strong and you're very good at it.
Thank you. You're fueling my ego. I love it when you do this. But beyond that,
Mhm.
it's I don't know, because every important nobility power that we've talked to has said we'll take care of it, and so I don't know if they've actually taken care of it because nothing has come astride to us.
I mean,
Beyond
we keep hearing
The ogre,
that,
we keep hearing that people are taking care of it, but are they? Like, maybe they are
like
trying
taking
to.
care of it. Taking care of it in quotes, but we keep hearing they're seeing it this place and that place. And you'd think if they'd taken care of it, we'd stop hearing about them showing up.
Yeah, exactly. So it's odd.
I don't know.
The
maybe
next
it's just-
person, the next person who says, "Hey, we'll protect your liege," I'm gonna be like, "No, we go offer that to someone else. Go protect. I don't know, sweet precious little Lorelei."
Interesting offer. Counterpoint. I'm already doing that.
Counterpoint. I'm really fucking strong.
You are really strong. Big arms. Yeah, I don't know. I'm doing okay. Not doing great, so it's not technically a lie, but I will probably be fine at some point. It's just a lot of information to get all in one sitting, so.
Yeah, I think the tact that my grandmother pulled off was like, "Oh, you finally cracked the code. Let me tell you everything." And I was just like, she has no tact. I understand. She has lived for several hundred years, and so, like, insight is kind of a thing that gets blurred. We don't know what is socially acceptable. We don't know what's not. I feel like she should have eased you in a little bit easier than go kill your parents. They're the evil of all evil, you know. And then she was like, "Oh, we could fix it with marriage." And it's like, "Grandma, that's not why we were here. That's not what we were talking about."
It's
I'm
your
gonna drop-
grandfather that's the tactful one.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
she's the
I'm gonna
emotional
drop-
one.
I'm gonna drop the bomb that your parents definitely started this thing, but also, hey, how about being married? Which
Yes,
is-
that's
that's an interesting way to put things.
so. if we need to talk about contracts that don't pertain to either one of us, we should go to my grandmother. But if we want to talk about tactical plans, we can talk to Grandpa.
Okay, that's fine with me. I'm just.
I feel like he would have had more tact, albeit he would want to punch something. That's probably the worst case scenario we would have saw.
Yeah.
A pillar next to us would have been thrown down onto the Colosseum.
Mhm. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like every time we talk about my parents, someone's like, "I'll punch your parents" or "I'll kill your parents." It's like,
Like, I feel like you should have the reason to say that, and I should have the reason to say that, because we've dealt with them for so long. Like, your whole life.
Mhm.
My whole life.
right.
Not my whole life. That's like a tenth
I-
of my life, sure.
my small human life of only.
I know your small, tiny, mortal self. It's beautiful.
If you say so. God, I don't know. I don't even know how I feel about all this. I gotta be real. I haven't had much time to sit on it. I'm probably. Part of me is really sitting on the fact that I'm worried the stress is gonna give me nightmares about it down the line, which is not gonna be fun. But not much I can do about that, or this whole thing until, I guess, somehow we catch a lead on the job. I don't know. It's a lot.
We'll keep an ear out for any more of the Pelletiers' shenaniganry, and
Sightings. I mean,
yeah.
they're bound to hear what I'm up to if they've got any spies worth their weight or whatever. Could I? So, I'm assuming is this a walk and talk, or is this like in like a safe, secluded space? Do you think?
That's up to you
Probably
guys, yeah.
bedroom. In room.
That's fair. Yeah.
Yeah, you
the-
guys
the
do have
thing
an
where they kick
apartment.
the-
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have an apartment that is
The-
literally magically cloaked where no one can hear you.
The
yeah.
you know, the apartment. Well, no, we're never mind.
Yeah. I was like, I mean, it'd be perfectly in character for Solo to get like caught up in talking about it, forgetting where they were. But probably would make sense just to be like, hey, we're gonna check in, but we're gonna do this in a space where no one can hear us. But yeah, I think she's just gonna so imagine they're sitting on the edge of the same bed, sort of just like chatting. Just like lean over to Ina and just like lean on her shoulder, just like let out, like, you know, the size a dog does, like they work a full 9 to 5.
Yeah,
And the
a very
chairs-
aggravated deep sigh while they
Yeah.
side eye you.
Yeah, she just does that one of those sighs, and it's like, I'm tired. This whole thing is tiring, and there's so much we have to deal with.
Yeah, don't worry. We're going to gather a troop, an army of what have you, and defeat a greater evil, which is, I feel like that's all we're doing. Defeating greater evils.
I do have my previously affianced promised army, if we need it, which we might not. I still can't believe he said I was low maintenance.
There's like a noticeable twitch in Ida's, like, the brow.
Yeah.
Like, her eyebrow just twitches a little bit and her ears kind of flick, but she doesn't say anything. And then she kind of pats her thighs and stands up, and then points to the coin purse that is on the table and go, well, I got paid. Why don't we use that payment and get us a very nice baked goods?
Before you finish the sentence, Soil's already like getting up, almost stumbling at the rate at which she's excited about it.
Yeah.
And, like, grabs like, I don't know, like the cloak she's been wearing a lot, and it's like Chai is very excitedly keeps missing the thing to close it. Because all that she's thinking in her head is baked goods.
Yeah. And I feel like Ina does the rest of the days that we were just kind of hanging out. It's Ina distracting Thea with like pleasantries and stuff
Fantastic. Love that.
before we go on the road and we lose all those
Yeah, the
beauty.
beauty and the brevity of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And would you pay? So, speaking of like Fey patrons and things, would you go speak with your grandfather about kind of what your grandmother said to get a little more tact or to get a little more insight on what's going on, essentially?
If Ida would think that he would have the intel, then yes.
So he's the one that goes out and gathers that stuff. He's the one that has a spy network. Your grandmother is literally just the contract lady. Like, she stays in
Yes.
her academy, she stays to her books, and she deals with the contracts. He's the one that knows shit.
I think
Yeah, you go first.
I think if you go, Salila's gonna take the day just to like literally sleep or do.
I was gonna say, I think it's more of, based on the days are getting shorter until travel. It's more missives that are being sent,
Yeah, okay.
where she will leave something for him, probably the day they leave, and she's like, if he's got actual good intel, he'll find me, or he'll send someone.
Yeah, the note
Duh.
will just kind of appear in your bag.
Yes.
That's kind of how he works. So what is it that you're trying to garner information-wise? Because I can tell you kind of what he'd give you based on what you're trying to figure out.
She is curious on what exactly is there, if like they could figure out like a better idea of what their game plan is, and she wants to see if she can figure out if this was truly a situation that blew out
Okay.
of their control, or are they really just like the ringleaders of this whole operation thing that everyone keeps saying they are.
Okay, so your grandfather, because he's a very Oberyn is a very influential Fae. He can find out pretty much anything. And kind of pulling that, that information from where he can, his sources can gather it. The first missive you get is kind of a clarification on: are you asking specifically about the Talviels founding the council, or are you asking about how it became what it is today? Like, why they did it, or are you asking how it became like it is? Because I can answer both. I just want to know if you want all of the information or if you want a specific piece. Because you know how Faes are. He needs what the wording is.
Yes. She would adore having both, but if it was a choice, she would want to know not how it came to be, the other option.
Okay,
Like how it started, the other one.
He will give you both if you ask for both. Essentially, he's not going to make you choose because, unlike everybody else, you're his granddaughter. You get the option of, I can give you all the information. If it was literally any other party member, it would be like, you can choose one of these pieces of information, but not both.
Unless you have offers. For
Yeah,
me.
unless you have something you can give me, and then maybe. But for you, being that you're his granddaughter, essentially the way he would answer is, at first it was a way for the Pelletiers to kind of gather other nobility to complain about the royalty, because the king and queen,
Yes.
not exactly fans of the Pelletiers.
Yes, they try to do their own book club.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
exactly. They made this club for like-minded nobles who just kind of didn't like the king and queen, just so they could sit around and drink. It was kind of like the Harvard Club. I don't know if you've ever heard of that, but essentially the Harvard Club was a bunch of people that thought they were smarter than everybody else that complained,
Yeah.
and then it spiraled out of control. And so they kind of, that's how it started. It started as something not even really meant to be a bad thing, but meant to be like, okay, well, why do we dislike what's going on that we don't like about what the royalty is doing? And then it became, let's kill the royalty.
Gotcha.
The way it became a thing now is one or more members of the Council of 10, neither of the Pelletiers, but one or more of the Council of 10, went to an extraplanar being. He can't give you that information because it is not within his
Yeah.
it's not within his purview to be able to give out secrets of someone else's contract. But they went to an extraplanar being and made a deal, and that deal was kill the Thane of Cair Animos, and they would gain the power to slowly be able to kill the king, the queen, and take over the country, essentially. But the Pelletiers, much like you had thought, were figureheads. They started it as a book club, but they were not, they're not the ones really in charge anymore, but they're still
now the scapegoats.
Yeah, they're the scapegoats, and they're being forced to work under these people that are like, do this or we'll kill you. And, they don't want to die, so they're doing whatever they're told.
I mean, yeah, nobody wants to die.
Exactly.
Who
They're
cares?
humans. They're humans under the power of a higher being. They're not really going to be able to say no, essentially. And the other thing is the Oberyn can tell you what the price was supposed to be.
Uh-huh.
It was supposed to be Thea's soul.
What the fuck?
On the coronation day that you stole Thea from, the other being that they made a deal with was supposed to take Thea's soul.
Not the Pelletiers made with, but the other members of the council.
The council did, yeah. It would have been made to look like an assassination, but it would have been a ritual sacrifice.
Damn, good thing I fucking duped out of that shit, but fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
I think a good follow-up question is how much of this is passed down?
That is a good question.
I think Ina would show you the missive, but you could tell that she's increasingly, as you're reading it, the annoyance gets more and more evident on her face.
Uh-huh.
Or do you want to do the sexy thing where she says it, she reads it out loud while you're in the bedroom, and then you see the annoyance.
Yeah, it's the reading it out loud, and then the not only the face but the inflection, the tone changes.
Oh my god, the hands gripping the paper get tighter. White knuckling it at some point.
I like that. I like that a lot as an option. So I do want to know, Abby, how would I kind of want to hear you roleplay that out, if that's okay with you. Actually, no, because I'd have to type it out. Never mind. I didn't have that. I don't have that prepared. I don't have that prepared.
Yeah.
I was about to
if
say,
you had
I
it
don't have
typed
that
up,
prepared.
sure. I would have sexily read it.
Yeah, absolutely.
We can save it for another day.
Yeah,
if you want to type
we can. I can
later.
absolutely type that out for you at some point. So you have that option. But yeah. So essentially, you get this information that the council were, going to great lengths to find a way to depose the king and queen. Cair Animos being kind of the first stopping point. And the fact that you stole Thea away, stopped that ritual sacrifice from happening. So now the council is essentially making other deals with other entities at this point. That's kind of what you've figured out.
I had Ina take stress, but in the I'm so angry, I'm stressed now.
Yeah. So that is what's going on with you guys during the first during the days that you guys have time to relax. We're gonna pan over to Lorelai. Hi. So, Lorelai, you and I kind of talked about Lorelai wanting to fix her ship, right?
Yeah. I just wanted to make friends, but I don't think we got very far on that front either.
Yeah, I apologize. But yeah,
good.
so I will say you could have, kind of met up with some of the dock workers and because they've been kind of watching your ship in dry dock for the month or so you've been here. If you would like to fix the ship you used to save, to transport Ina and Soliel with, you can roll me knowledge engineering.
You cut out, dear.
Oh, sorry. If you would like to roll to fix the ship that you came here with, when you were kind of transporting Thea and Ina, you can roll me knowledge engineering to try and like get that fixed.
Could I do Arcana? Could I do craft trap making? Could I do use magic device?
So because you
Something I
are
happen to be proficient with.
because you are kind of, I will give you. So what I'll give you is because your family is kind of is like the people who built
sequesters.
these, the people who made airships essentially. I will give you a +10 to this roll because it's specific
That's very generous.
to airships. But it would be knowledge engineering. Yeah.
In that case, yeah.
14. You get you were able to
That's
get.
before the +10.
Oh, okay, yeah. So 24. Yeah, you make your ship back and it is immaculate. This ship is a rather fast ship. It was kind of built to be that way.
Cruiser.
Yeah, essentially. It was built for speed. It's built for, ease of use, and it's built for long distance travel. Your, parents gave you the ship, so that you could kind of travel the world post college. And you are able to fix it in the first day. Anna, I think it would be the second day that you would likely, Anna would approach Lorelei, I think. What do you think, Sel? Yeah, Sage.
Come again. I apologize.
So the Thane had told you to kind of approach Lorelei. Do you think it would be the same day that you had, which would have been the first day that Catalina came in, or do you think she'd have waited a day to go and speak with Lorelei about the airship and how the repairs are going?
I was given a task. I am on it right away.
Okay, yeah. So probably as Lorelei is working on the ship, you kind of come in on the dockyard to this tiny little kobold covered in grease.
So,
yeah, go ahead.
how is the airship coming along?
Oh, she's coming along actually pretty perfectly. And she'll come on over and cast prestidigitation to clean herself up a bit. How's it going? How can I help you?
Not in any way in particular. I was just sent here by the Thane to see the status of the ship. The Thane wanted to know if he needed to lend one from his personal storage.
I mean, I wouldn't say no to a team of helpful folks, a pit crew, if you will, but I do believe we are already in working order. Anything else
I
would
can
just
inquire
be
with the
wonderful.
Thane about procuring a crew.
If there's a crew, then that may give me time to plan out upgrades for it, perhaps.
Yes, anything to help the mission, and I'd be glad to go ask. And I already okay, and then I'm gonna head back to the, and then I'm gonna talk to the Thane, and then I'm gonna get the Thane's word, and then I'm gonna come back here.
Yeah, it's the.
I mean, I can save you the trip if you prefer.
If you just want to come with.
Well, that's the thing. I could just send a copy out that way because I have echoes, and she'll essentially shut out clone jutsu, just make a spare Lorelei.
That is always a power I have been most curious about.
Oh, how much did I actually went through?
You got I think we got all of it. I do believe. Right
Okay,
right
it
up
made a
until you
weird beep at
shadow
me.
clone jutsu.
Yeah, she's essentially just making a spare Lorelei in a different color.
Mm.
Yeah, this one will probably be, let's say, black.
Okay, yeah, little black
Let's guess.
kobold.
If
Mhm.
if
Go
I
ahead.
may ask, how did you come across the power to replicate yourself?
Oh,
It seems
actually,
most handy.
yes, it is. It's a gift from the goddess Bahamut, as it happens.
You kind of
Is
cut out
it?
in the middle there.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, I got it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, cool.
It was something that was sort of glossed over, as it were, when we first began talking, but a direct connection to Bahamut is quite interesting.
I'd like to think I've merely just gotten her attention.
And do you regard that as a good thing?
Yes, I would say so.
Well, then
There are
that's
much
all you
worse
need,
ways.
isn't it?
There are much worse ways, and if I had in a bad way, I would not be standing here, I suspect.
That is fair. And we wouldn't have been allowed to use her waters.
Waters. Oh yes, the river.
The river.
Yes, that looks quite awesome.
It most certainly was. Already we've been on many escapades in such a short time.
I look forward to many more.
Yes, I am quite happy with the companions I have found myself with.
I agree completely. Is there anything else that you might need? Or just
Not offhand. If you have a task for me, I'd be happy to aid anybody in getting ourselves ready to go. I've mainly just been aiding the Thane.
you've ever worked on an airship before? A Seacaster, if you will.
Not an airship. I was from. Hold on, I need to remember the name of the place. I have it in my
I
notes.
can get you the world map.
Yes. I was from Noter Lumiere, so I had to sail here to Keranamos, and I did pitch in where I could. There is very few a ship that doesn't appreciate a brawny individual.
That's true enough. I very much like the brawn, but if you're inclined, I can show you how to do some quick repairs in case I don't happen to be around.
You know the thing that's really funny about this?
What's up?
Tell me.
Anna, I believe, has, and I'm not sure if this would help here. Anna has proficiency in craft magic items.
Yes, it would, because one of the many things that is required in just airship, like not just repair, but like making them fly, are magical crystals. They're levitation crystals that help propel the ships into the air so that they can fly.
Hell yeah.
So with Holly's 24 on knowledge engineering, and then if you want to make a craft magical item roll, you could probably upgrade the ship to be faster and or more durable. You can pick one or the other.
I would love to assist with that.
I recommend faster, since it's already built to be a cruiser. Will be the fastest cruiser.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, you can roll craft magical item and see how well you do and how well you are able to build this.
Okay. I've only got a single rank in it, so we're working with a +5.
If only
Do.
craft trap making could work on this.
Yeah,
That's still a
that's a
24.
Yeah.
That's a not 19.
So with a 24, you're able to make it where likely you could get back and forth to like the Larimer Keep, which is one of the highest points on the map, and back to Karanomos in less than a day. This ship
Hell
is fast as
yeah.
fuck now. But yeah,
I did a thing that wasn't just punching somebody.
yeah.
Yay!
But yeah, you spend a day with Lorelei, kind of making the ship faster, and you get to this point where you realize like the sun is starting to set, and you've kind of spent a day where you were able to be out of the palace, and you did something productive.
It's painted red now.
Yeah, absolutely, it is now red.
Red beef.
But yeah, and you were able to do that and get that done. And I think it'd be, on the second day, that kind of, you guys get each of you would kind of get a knock on the door, and you are called to the keep, to kind of be addressed by the Thane, as he kind of knows where he's going to be sending you next.
Okay.
Likely, Enna is already there. And as who do we think makes it to the palace first, besides Enna? Because guards were kind of
In an
sent
effort-
out to get all of you together.
I think in an effort to show I can be on time,
Yeah, absolutely.
Gotta barely is probably still tired as shit, but doing her best.
Wonderful.
Where's her
So probably Ina and Soliel first.
Yeah.
Fantastic. So as you guys enter, you see kind of sitting in the chair that he sits in when he's not in front of like official people, the little tiny one that he prefers, is just the Thane kind of sitting at this long table where he's had breakfast prepared for everybody, and it's this massive feast, and he'll kind of wave and go, "Please enter. It is phenomenal to see you all, to see the two of you." And he'll kind of gesture to kind of the end, kind of not quite the opposite end of the table, but there are clearly chairs that were commissioned for the two of you, because they have for Soliel, it's like there are symbols of the sun, and and because he took the like new name and kind of ran with it.
Yeah.
And then for the other, it's like Fey imagery. It's a lot of like leaves. The actual chair kind of, it's painted where it ombres the like different seasons of the year, and that is very clearly made for Ina.
Yay.
Yay.
And set in front of those are like tableware and things of that nature, and kind of there's one like that for everybody. And directly to his right is one for Enna that was, Enna probably had input on. It was like, okay, well, what do you want this chair to look like so you don't have to keep just sitting in the throne?
Yeah, I'll take it.
Incredible. The Thane's utter distaste for the throne
He
is
hates
one
it.
of my favorite things.
He despises that chair. He's like, it's not comfortable, the cushions aren't cool enough, it's not pretty. I don't like things that aren't
I'll
pretty.
take
Still
it.
sis though.
I'll
Still
take it.
says
Yeah, if Lorelei wants it, he like on the when you guys do like unofficial business, that's where you can sit. He'll give it to you. He's like, here,
Oh, I
no,
was
take it.
jokingly gonna suggest it's the captain's chair on.
Oh my
This
god,
was
yeah.
Exactly what I was
No,
gonna suggest,
no,
actually.
absolutely. The Thane will even make an excuse of, oh no, it broke. We don't know where. Well,
Oh,
it
no.
broke, so we had to
No.
send it off. So I get this
New
cool new
chair.
chair. which his chair is like similarly floral in design to Ina's chair, except for him it's like lupin flowers that kind of like accentuate like his shoulders, and like his chair is like this beautiful purple color, and it's got really comfy cushions on it. Like he specifically was like, if those aren't comfortable, I'm not sitting in it. And
Guys, I'm not sleeping.
yeah, exactly. He's just like, no, I need pretty and comfortable, and that's all I want. And then Lorelai, would you probably be the next one to enter?
Yeah, I think she'd try to see if she can get all the way to her seat and start eating before anyone notices she's there.
Okay, roll
would that be stealth?
roll stealth, yeah, and then everyone else roll perception. Never mind. You don't have to roll perception. That's a natural one.
Okay, so
Alright.
skill checks don't actually have a natural one thing. That's still a 12.
Yeah, it's still a 12. So yeah.
Alright. So perception, right?
Is Catalina there yet? Is my question.
I don't notice her.
Can I try stealth? To see
Absolutely.
if I'm already there before anyone even noticed I was there.
Absolutely.
All right.
So you're going for what I was going.
Yeah.
Damn.
Salil,
Lorelai's
so
there.
Salil and Anna both realize that you're there, and then Salil, you don't notice Catalina, but Anna is just eagle-eyed, knows where everybody is.
Anna sitting here in like the audience hall, arms crossed, just seeing both of the little stealthy miscreants in the party doing what they do, and she just rolls her eye.
Yeah, and it's the Thane not
Plus
even
17.
realizing, because I rolled the Thanes in my little DM screen. 2. Thane has no idea. The Thane's just sitting there carrying on like a conversation about about how pretentious some nobles are with Soliel, and just does not know that the stealthy ones are there.
Turns out I actually stole Catalina's chair.
Yeah, well, so your chair, I will actually kind of describe the two of you's chairs. Catalina, your chair it's made for your civilian persona, and it's kind of, it's this, he doesn't know much about you, so he wasn't able to like really personalize it, but it is this very nice, very well carved, very comfortable chair with like cushions that accentuate like the normal accents you wear, the colors you have, and like your hair color. And that's kind of all he had to really go on because he doesn't know much about you. But for Lorelai, your chair makes you look like you have fucking massive dragon wings.
Oh, fuck. Never
He's
mind. I'm taking that
he
chair.
has built your chair specifically to accentuate that you remind him of a dragon.
Hell yeah.
And that's
These
kind of
things are
what
heavy.
it's made for.
Yeah, she's gonna sit her little kobold ass on the chair and just happily like eat her food.
Yeah, and he'll just kind of look over and go, "Oh, I didn't see you two come in. Wonderful. That means we're all here." So, I have had a breakfast prepared because unfortunately I'm sending you away from the city today.
You're sending us into
Mhm.
exile?
No. I'm not exiling you. I just have a matter I need you all to investigate for me. As you know, my aunt, the king, had expressed worry that people have been going missing or an evil was afoot in Radlow Keep. I have gotten missive and kind of word that it is missing people, specifically missing spellcasters.
Oh, that's not
Oh.
good.
Yes. We don't know why they're disappearing, but spellcasters are going missing in Radlow Keep. At first, it started with apprentice wizards coming through on Venture, and then it started being clerical spellcasters. They're not discriminating when they're capturing people. But we don't. That's all we really know of the situation. and I would like you all to go and investigate. And I figured I could at least send you all away with something tasty to eat before I sent you into danger.
That's nice. It's appreciated.
Thanks for the brekkie.
And he'll smile and go, "You're welcome." Obviously, I do not, this is a request, not a command. If you wish to not, go into this mission, I would understand. But
I got questions about it.
yes, Lorelai, what are your questions?
You said it's only casters that are going missing. Surely some of these parties have had casters and non-casters. So, are there people who have made it out of the area and seen what it happened?
So, the sightings we've had reported through the My Spy network, essentially, are that they wait until the casters are alone. There have been a few separate rumors, which I can give you, and he'll kind of pull out a small piece of paper that he had kind of stashed away, and he goes, the rumors that I've heard are a little inconsistent, but I can kind of give you what we've learned.
It couldn't hurt to hear it.
The first rumor that we got was that a large cat-like creature with 6 limbs kidnapped Edward the apprentice from his bed and in the leather tankard inn. He was seen being dragged toward the old Radlow castle outside of Radlow Keep. His party went in and never came out. The next was that people believe a coven of witches live in the old castle and are stealing the magic to gain their own power. That has not been founded at all in any information. We pretty much know all of the witch covens in that area, and none of them are working against us, if that makes sense. Most of them work for the crown. Then there was a man with backwards hands spotted entering the keep outside of the city. And then the only other rumor we have is that a wild tiger was spotted fleeing the inn the night that Rivet the cleric went missing. He was a local priest.
It's not great news. What can you tell us about the original owners of Red Owl Keep?
The original inhabitants of Redlow Keep were the give me 2 seconds to open my other set of notes. Were the Mormont family. Currently, the only Mormont left is Lady Avendra Mormont. She gave the crown, she gave the keep's ownership over to a great friend of hers by the name of Alexis Monroe. They are friends. That's how they like to put it. But they have basically held Lady Avendra up into her tower to keep her safe. Originally, the Mormonts were a very powerful clan of spellcasters, and the old keep was left to ruin after Lord Mormont was killed. He died in an attack against Radlow Keep from Snow. He'll kind of look over to his map because he doesn't have all of the Highlands names memorized, and he goes Snowbend, which is an abandoned village to the north. Or we believe it's abandoned because we've not heard anything from anyone from Snowbend in years.
Mm-hmm.
But that is what we know of the current situation.
Okay, so you said attacked by an abandoned place?
At the time, they were not abandoned. This was 50 years ago.
What were they before?
They worked for the city of Hell's Reach at the time, which is a demon-infested. I was taught not to be rude about other kingdoms. Kind of like pat the table in a like I don't like that place, but I'm not supposed to shit talk them kind of way.
I'm sorry
Yeah.
to say, but I think our issue may be demonic in nature.
What do you mean?
So, how much can I cross-reference my own knowledge with Lorelai's? Because
you
she's
can-
not that smart.
You can roll one of the knowledge skills if you would like to try. So you know of you've studied some demonology. Not a lot, but a little bit when you were in college, when you were in the university. And what you did study were kind of basic, well-known demonic entities, one of which being the Rakshasa.
Yeah, okay. So tigers and backwards hands and possible country of origin being demon infested, that does very strongly lead to the idea of a Rakshasa, if you've ever heard of it.
And he'll kind of furrow his brows and kind of stand up and walk over to the bookshelf and grab, what is essentially a demonology textbook, and he'll open it up and he'll like flip and he goes, "Oh. Okay." And he's like reading and he shuts the
They're
book.
very
and he goes,
magic, very hard to kill.
According to this book, you have to go to the Hells to kill them permanently. That is, I don't know how we would
Yeah,
help
they
you
are.
accomplish that.
They are famously hard to kill creatures, which is why I have grown concerned by this knowledge. We can do our research.
Yes.
Since we've got maybe another day here and see what we can find. We can follow up information on Rakshasa.
Yes. And he'll kind of, slide you essentially the same textbook you had when you were in university. I can, possibly beseech Lord Oberon for a, plane shift spell or amulet. I technically already owe him, but I think I might be able to work something out with him for a limited use plane shifting ability. If you are able to send this creature back to the Hells, as it were. But
Banishment is one thing. I wouldn't say a permanent solution on a Rakshasa.
and he'll kind of once again he'll open the book to the page and he goes, the book, this textbook says that if you were to kill them in their own domain, you can put them down permanently. That is why
That's
I was
true.
suggesting a plane shift amulet, even if limited in uses, to help you get there, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I guess I'm just reluctant because my inclination is that I want to just send the thing away and not have to deal with it, if that makes sense. And then the concept of actually we have to go in and get it. That's
Well-
it only complicates things.
Obviously, you don't have to. You could just stop it where it is, but wouldn't it come back?
There's a couple ways to get rid of things that are very hard to kill, namely not by killing them. Like we could, I don't know what we actually have for things like that, but there are magical devices meant for capture. There's different kinds of banishment, like pocket planes or whatever, but I'm not that masterful with magic, so I don't know who would be.
And he'd nod and kind of look over at Ina and go, Lady Talviel, yeah, that's Ina's last name, right? Yeah. Lady
yeah.
Talviel, do you think you could speak to your grandfather and maybe get some a device similar to what Lorelai is speaking about? I know that the Fae are particularly good at entrapping people in not to be offensive or obviously, he's very like trying to pick his words carefully, but he's bad
Yeah.
at this.
Ina gives him like a look of like, go on, keep going.
And he kind of like lets out a sigh, and he's like, I really don't want to piss this lady off, because then Oberon's gonna be mad at me. Your grandfather's very good at making sure that people can't get out of things.
I could certainly try to talk to him. There is another thing that I could position if he cannot help. This is something he told me that I should keep. Just in case.
Mm-hmm.
But I think this is privy enough. I do have a favor from a god.
Really? In what capacity? Like, just
And which god?
full on owes you? Yes,
Well,
that
if
is
I
another
remember-
good question.
Yeah. It is not.
It is the significant other of the god you worship.
Yeah, it's not my god, but it's the other god.
Zoop, zoop, zoop. Let me find the. It's an important in-universe terms.
Is it Rune? Yeah, it's Rune, right?
Rune is Laska's beloved.
And Rune just said if you help me, like, didn't give like a
Yeah,
specification.
it
on
was.
what
It was.
the favor
I owe
was.
you a favor.
Yeah. When we were at the location that we found the queen in,
Honeywood
or the
is
king
the
in.
name.
Yeah. That's where we found the king, right?
That's where you
Is
found
that
the
the same
queen.
place? Queen. Who
But
is
yes.
the king?
The king is her wife.
Wife. Okay. The location where we found the queen, there was a small little cathedral kind of built down into the basement.
That was
I
actually the
believe
first
little-
floor.
First floor. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. There is a cathedral built into the first floor. And all of the clergy were turned into ghouls, and because we freed them from their curse, and as they were followers of Rune, he offered a favor. As words, I owe you a favor. Cool, my brain's not wanting to make words today. Basically, we saved the ghouls, we turned them back into their regular old selves,
And now a god owes you a favor.
and I tried to pawn it off to Grandpa, but he said to keep it just in case.
And this
I-
could be good.
See,
was
yes,
just
no,
like-
that could absolutely work. Then I suppose you'll just have to go and find this Rakshasa. That is the main task then. Do you all feel that you are capable of doing this?
I mean, I'm down for it. She said very assuredly.
Yeah.
It's worth it to help if we can. There is I will not lie, there is great risk in this. I'm sure everything will be okay. She will say very convincingly.
Yeah, roll persuasion.
Yeah, sure.
To see if he believes you.
Persuasion is not a thing.
Oh wait,
What kind of?
it was 2
of
seconds.
alarm?
Let me-
Diplomacy.
Yeah,
Diplomacy.
diplomacy.
That is.
I've
that
been swapping back and forth between 2 separate systems.
Can I do bluff?
Yeah, you can do bluff.
Hopefully, I registered. It might not have.
Not yet. It has not come through for me yet.
Ah, there it is.
17, there it is. So he does. He believes you wholeheartedly because you rolled a 1.
Excellent.
Because he has a +0 to insight. or to sense motive, but
She does not feel confident herself, but she will tell you that she is.
yeah, lie to the Thane's face and say that she's confident. And he'll kind of look up at Anna and go, "You folks have the airship prepared. You can head out when you are ready."
Not just prepared, improved,
Fantastic,
faster.
fantastic.
It's red now.
Good. That's a wonderful color, especially it being that it goes with your robes.
It does.
If there are any other upgrades you could need, you can. Basically, I will allow you to trade your commission, the money I usually give you, for me paying to upgrade your ship per
I
mission.
mean, how much would you have been giving us for that?
Well, for this mission, I was going to give each of you around 50 gold pieces, because right now that's all the crown can really spare.
I mean, I'm down with passing up on 50 gold pieces, because if you need to load up your coffers or whatever, that's fine. Could we get an attachment on the ship that's like a breath weapon, perhaps?
Not currently, but what I can offer you is ballista.
That'll do.
Right now, the money that we're using, that I would have been paying you, is going toward making the slums a better area to live.
I understand.
And he'll kind of nod to you and then look to the rest of the party and go, but yes, I will make sure that you are paid upon your return. And I will see you when you return from Radlow Keep. I have some business to attend to, but thank you all for taking this opportunity to help a potential ally and garner maybe a rather powerful spellcaster on our side in Lady Avandra. And he will stand up and he will bow and he goes, Anna, if you would attend me. And then he will exit the room.
I will follow.
Oh, I know that poor boy's riddled with fucking post-meeting anxiety.
Oh yeah,
I
no,
love
he's definitely very very anxious. So he leads you back to this like large drawing room where he keeps all of his nice clothes. And he's got this box open. And he's like looking through jewelry. And he goes, Do you think and he'll like gesture to a pair of earrings, like 2 pairs of earrings. One of them is and this is just him kind of trying to brighten his own mood. And he points to this like set of silver earrings with lapis studs and then a pair of gold ones with ruby ones and goes, which do you think would look better on me?
Oh, I love him.
And they both like curl up above the ear and like cup above the ear with the stud staying at the earlobe.
I like the ruby.
And he'll nod and go, wonderful, and then hand you the other set. Then you can have these.
Most of her outfit color scheme is already blue, so she takes the lapis ones, and we'll put them in.
And he'll smile and go, I much like the ruby ones too. I might have an outfit based around them when I can get a hold of the tailor, which I keep seeming to miss.
The tailor in his dining room.
The tailor that's in the dining room. It's gonna become
Yeah,
a
the
running
tailor-
gag. That's gonna become a
Yeah,
running
the tailor,
gag.
meanwhile, is like, hey, this is what all the nobles are doing. I'm fully expecting the Thane to eventually ask, hey, how do you get all your information? Oh, I'm the royal tailor.
And it's just the thing going, Damn
The book.
Yeah.
That's why every time he wants something, he's
Yeah.
going to your back.
Yeah, exactly. That's why he just sends Anna out for his stuff. And he's just like, did you get my dress, by the way?
I did not have time before the meeting, but let me pop out and speak to the tailor right now.
She's in the castle. What?
And I will smile and go, were you? Are you not
he will then
aware?
follow. Like he's.
And I will walk out. Is Catalina still here?
Yeah, she probably is. Like, in general, for like the typical updates on like what's going on and everything.
So I'll walk back out with the Thane in tow. And go, Catalina,
Yeah?
have you had time to work on your latest commission?
Which one?
The one for me?
Oh, yeah.
Wonderful. This is why, I tried while you were away to do my own things, to make my
See,
own plans and things.
I thought you were joking.
No, I just
thought you
didn't.
knew.
I had never met the tailor before. I went while you weren't here. And usually I just have you do these things.
Well, now you know for the future
Yes.
that you should probably hire another royal tailor, because
Yes.
your current tailor is going to be out saving the world.
Yes, my current tailor, the only one that I've ever had that has discretion about anything. Fantastic. But yes, I will look into that. Thank you, by the way, Catalina, for your service.
I have
Always happy to aid.
I have a weird question, DM.
Yes.
Do you think a really weird question, but like, if I could possibly know anybody to point this guy towards?
So, yes, you absolutely could, because your formerly affiance had a tailor that worked on all of his stuff that is now his husband.
Yeah.
The Lorelai's I believe it was Lorelai's older brother that is now married to the Duke of Room is a very, very good tailor. Like,
Yeah, they're like a business
what
card
would
or
have been
something?
what would have been the tailor who made your coronation outfit was this orc.
Yeah, I think if I had like the business card of some kind, I'd fish it out.
Yeah, absolutely. You could have their business card. I cannot for the life of me remember their name. But
Yeah. I would just walk up to him. Oh, here. If you're looking for somebody who's comes highly recommended, here you go. And she'll hold out the little.
Yeah,
card.
and he'll take it and go, "Oh, is this the Duke's husband?
Mhm.
I went to their wedding.
Yeah.
Huh?
Didn't invite me to the fucking wedding.
You could take that up with him, I guess." And he'll like stick the business card in the pocket of his little doublet and go, I am going to go and
I could actually. I have like a sending thing, right?
yeah, you have a ascending stone that can contact him immediately.
Yeah. Actually, no. Hold on. Because I can just get in touch with the Duke literally right now and have him
Yeah,
set something up.
absolutely. And he goes,
Yeah.
you can.
Yeah.
Okay. And
Would you like me to do that?
Yes, please, if you wouldn't mind. He's like, he's not used to trusting other nobility, so like you being kind to him right now, this is blowing his fucking mind. He's like,
Yeah.
most other nobility hate me. What is happening here?
So I'm gonna go take. And I guess she'll go right. Hey, can you come with me to the other room while I go do this?
Yeah, of course.
Thank you. Everyone else, attend me. Thea, hey, can you come with me? Let me give me some. Yeah, she'll head into the other room. I think over the sending.
Yeah, it's just a little pendant that he gave you. Like, here, this is just a
Yeah.
nice little necklace. If you ever want to talk, just hit the necklace and we can chat.
Yeah, she'll just kind of hold it in her hands. Hey, so long. It's been so long. It's been like probably a couple of days. Is your husband doing anything?
Instead of him, you hear another voice, because and it is the voice of his husband. He comes on. Oh, hey! How can I help you?
Hey, Six. Person I need to talk to. What's the guy?
Christoph Animos is the name of the Thane.
I have a Christoph Anmos over here who's looking for Taylor who can be discreet.
Oh,
And,
yeah, I've worked on some stuff for them before. Are you in a place that's safe for teleportation?
Am I?
You don't know that there are any wards on the castle.
Let me go make sure there's nothing that's gonna stop you. So, give me a second. And I think, in the way that you give the phone to somebody to hold on a second, just like puts the sending, like gives the sending stone to hold just for a second, like the necklace or whatever.
Yeah, it's still
Well,
glowing. If Ina ever wanted to say anything into the thing, she could, like, yell at the Duke for calling.
I was gonna, exactly.
Yeah.
I was like, you should tell your husband that
Mhm.
Thea is not low maintenance, and if he says that again, I'm going to throttle him.
You want me to do it
Nice
for
to
you?
meet you. Please.
Oh yeah, no, give me 2 seconds. And you hear the crashing of a vase. Hey, it's not nice to call people low maintenance. Don't do that again.
I'll pop my head back into the room. Hey, are there any words or anything like someone teleporting in could encounter?
The Thane just kind of looks up and goes, "Why? Who's teleporting into my castle?"
The guy who might be doing your clothes.
I didn't think to get teleportation wards put on the castle, but now I will. But yes, no, it's safe.
Okay, thanks. And then I'll slip out and reach my hand out for the necklace.
The Thane will look up at Anna and go, "Remind me before you leave to get teleportation wards put on the castle."
Yes, I will make sure to do so.
Thank you.
Yeah,
You know what? Actually, let me just put it in your ledger now.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
yeah. I'll go back on the line. Yeah, it should be good for you to come in here. Don't expect it in the future though.
Oh, don't
That's
worry.
it.
I'll set something up next time. I'll just teleport to the inn or something. We have a little cafe that I set up there. I'll be there in 2 minutes. And in the room that you guys are standing in, a portal will open. It's this like crackling purple portal, and stepping out is this tall, lithe, very flamboyantly dressed, orcish man. He's his features are smooth, and he's a very pretty boy. He's got coiffed like blonde hair. Orcs that are or his tusks are kind of showing, but they're very like well maintained. And he's wearing this like beautiful like purple and gold doublet, and he's imagine Gilmore from Vox Machina, except pretty boy orc Gilmore. And
Gotcha.
he kind of comes out and goes, "Hey y'all, nice to meet you."
Sup, bro?
And he'll kind of look over and go, "Lorelai's I live and breathe."
And Lorelai is actually going to Misty Step at him with a hug.
Yeah, he will catch you and hug you. This is, hold on, and I will get his name. I have it somewhere.
If you want me to just name him, I can probably hear.
Yeah, because I have lost the name. I know it was Greek
this-
inspired, but I have lost it.
Oh, interesting. Was it like a Marcus or something like that?
Perseus.
Perseus, sure.
I literally named him Perseus.
Percy.
Yeah, Percy.
Percy it is. It's good to see you, Percy. Heard you got married. Stairs.
Listen. Yeah, you were crashing an airship at the time.
I'll have you know, I was having an exciting landing at the time.
Yes, that's what you call a crash, sweetheart. You weren't quite always the greatest of pilots.
don't
That was
crash.
me.
God.
If you want to prove
Um,
that fact, I can race you again.
Yeah, let's do it.
After I'm done working, sweetie, I promise.
Sure thing.
Not knowing that you guys have just made the fastest ship in all of the world.
Get wrecked, idiot.
He doesn't know I have a red ship.
And he'll kind of offer his hand to Salil. It's fantastic to meet you.
Hi, nice to meet you too. She'll shake his hand.
Uh,
And in like the rehearsed way
Yeah.
that you're taught.
He'll shake your hand back and go, "My name's Perseus Seacaster. Currently the I guess technically my title would be Duchess of Room.
Right.
Nice to meet you."
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I don't know where my title stands. It's Connie Salil.
According
fine.
to the king, if I had to venture a guess, you aren't quite titled anymore until you are willing to take one.
Fantastic. We can talk about family stuff later. He's the person looking for your services is in the other room.
Yeah, no, I am aware of Little Thane. I have a suspicion that he might change sometime soon. And the very flamboyant orc will kind of come out and smile and go, "Kristoff, it's good to see you. How you doing, Christy?" And Kristoff, the Thane, will turn beet red and go, I'm well. Fantastic to see you again, Perseus. Enna, this is Perseus, the Duchess of Room. And he'll kind of gesture for the two of them to kind of interact as Perseus will kind of come over and offer a hand to Enna.
She stepped away, but I
okay.
imagine a handshake
Yeah,
is
Yeah,
taken. Yeah.
yeah, absolutely. I didn't realize she had stepped away. My bad.
you're good.
But yeah, the Thane kind of smiles and will go, I will see you all at a later date. Thank you. And then we'll step away with Perseus.
Okay.
But yeah, you guys have a day to prepare before you have to leave and go to adventure, essentially. But you do know where you're going and what your objective is, essentially. Stop the disappearances of the spellcasters in Redlow Keep, and maybe kill a Rakshasa.
God, maybe. That'll be fun.
That's all right.
I look at Salil, who's still a caster in some capacity, and I go,
Mhm.
God help you.
Yeah. And Lorelei, who is just dressed like a very classic wizard.
Look, we got some casters in here. It's fine.
Mhm.
Sure.
It's gonna be great.
Look,
It's fine.
I do kind of have a plan.
Okay.
Look, I have Ina in the absolute worst case. I have someone whose literally job is to protect me.
Exactly. You have
Yeah.
a bodyguard.
You have a
Rakshasas.
bodyguard.
From what the rumors you heard were, all of the casters that were kidnapped were captured while they were alone. So you
Yeah.
never have to worry about that. Pretty much.
Definitely.
Don't say it like that.
I mean, because the way Rakshasas are, if the moment they saw, oh, that one's with a Fae, no, that's not the target. That's a bad idea. They're very smart creatures.
It's a bad idea.
Yeah.
Gang, turn around.
Oh,
turn
we
the
don't
car.
need we don't need the Nine Hells and Fairy to
Exactly.
have beef with each other yet.
Yeah, exactly. It's we
I
can't
can't fuck up
deal
yet.
with that yet.
I love the yet.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's exactly what it is. It's the
I feel like
Mm.
it's always a yet when planar war. It's like I can't do that yet.
eventually, but not right now. Yeah, that's exactly how it is. But yeah, would you guys like to head to Radlow today, or would you like to wait for next session?
Probably next session because it's getting close to bedtime for me.
Okay, fantastic. Yeah, we can. If you folks would like to do kind of your one more day of preparation on screen, or we can head out now. That is up to you guys.
I just like planting seeds for like. I don't think Ina's doing terribly much more than what we've all. Or Enna, sorry,
Yeah.
I don't think Enna's doing terribly much more than what we've already discussed.
Mm-hmm.
Like attending the Thane, helping him like found the new program, probably like carrying a bunch of junk out of the old, and like
Yeah.
getting like helping with beginning the new barracks for refurbishment.
Vetting out
And
the new tailor that just came. that just
Yeah, vetting out
arrived.
the new tailor. Probably interviewing some of the other Praetorians and figuring out who's sort of the best fit for the Thane's new personal guard.
So I
and-
can actually do that particular scene if you have time.
I would say that for tomorrow.
Yeah, okay.
Because but I'm just planting the like. Enna's not doing anything terribly much more than what we've already discussed.
Okay, cool. So
Yes.
yeah, so I do believe that consensus is this is probably where we're gonna stop.
Yeah, probably.
Okay, cool.
Sure, yeah. All I imagine Ina's doing is buying stuff for the group, which is like more potions,
Yeah.
holy water.
Yeah,
Potentially.
Holly-
On research duty.
Yeah.
I think Cilliel is taking it easy, as the kids say.
Yeah. S-
Easy.
I think
peasy.
Salil is probably invited to hang out with the Thane, because the Thane doesn't really have
Aw.
many
Yeah.
friends, and that's what he sees
I will-
Salil as.
My brain's just like, oh, they're having a cute little play date.
Yes,
While Enna
exactly.
and Ina are vetting out fucking praetoriums, and then Ina's just there to be like, okay, we can really make sure that they'll die for your Thane by making them force to do a contract with me.
Yeah.
That is a guaranteed source of loyalty.
Yep.
Yeah, I think I really love the idea of like if we're in the next room just talking and having a break from everything. And these other two are in the room like let's have to make here's the exact parameters of the thing we're trying to do.
Yeah, if you guys do not do this thing, there will be hell to pay. And then it's just the other room of just for a moment, Salil getting to enjoy that like the life that was like the enjoying just being a royal for a little while, of being able to kick your feet up, being able to drink tea, with another, with other nobility, just being able to rest and relax and talk about like nothing, which hasn't happened since you arrived in this city.
It's like
Yeah.
talking shit on all those stupid fucking classes you had to
Exactly. It's the thing going, no, I know.
take.
When I had to take ballroom classes, I hated leading. It was not
Oh.
something I liked doing. I had to. I'm short. I'm short. How am I supposed to lead someone that's 3 feet taller than me?
But
It's correct. I think Salil's probably stepped on so many toes.
Yeah.
And in heels, I feel like that's substantially worse.
Oh, absolutely.
It's great. It's just these two complaining about, cause like I feel like complaining about nobility stuff.
Oh
Unless
yeah.
it's with other nobles, it's incredibly difficult to like actually complain. People go, "Well, why are you complaining about it? It fucking sucks."
Yeah, exactly. And then it's the thing going, and they just don't understand why I don't like them. They're most nobles are so pretentious. Like, I get it. You have a title. So do I. Why do we have to act stuck up?
The ego. The ego, the audacity is huge.
It really is. There was this one noble when I had to have been 12, 11 years old. I was in my aunt's keep, the king, and this noble comes up and just is talking as if he owns the place. I watched her pick him up on like a fireman's carry and throw him off a balcony into a pond. It was hilarious. He didn't die or anything. He just fell and got wet. And it was funny. He's lucky. He was lucky she was in a good mood that day.
True, yeah. The audacity was
Exactly.
God, it's great. I think I'd love to do more of this like next session.
Yeah,
or
absolutely.
like or at like a later point perhaps. But it is about
Yeah.
midnight 05.
But yeah, thank you everybody for playing. This was a super fun session. I did kind of want to just get into roleplay for a little while because last time was very much rushed. It was a very rushed session because I was having a rough time. But
Oh yeah, it's a good time.
Yeah.
thank you all for being here. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you everybody for watching over on Twitch, and we will see you next session. Bye, everybody.
Bye.